you. Here we begin with the next topic today in our liability in special cases. The one we have completed is equalization levy, and the second part of it we are doing in chapter number 8, that is tonnage tax scheme. Now the question is, ma'am, ये topic करना है क्या? Because majorly, frankly speaking, we have completed MAT, we have completed charitable trust, we have completed assessment procedures, all. Right, we have completed appeals, revisions, sab khatam ho gaya hai main. Then we completed all international taxation, like 3 important pillars, that is DTAA, non-resident and transfer pricing. Itna sara hone ke baad, now this is like 10%. So question always comes in the mind of student, should we attend this class or not? Tonnage tax said tomorrow we are doing 269 SSNT, and then special cases, how to collect the tax through legal representatives, and if the tax is to be collected from outside India, what are the procedures, what are the different kind of interest from A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H tak sab clear hona hai. Correct? Right? So for all these, very important is that these topics, rather than leaving, let us go in a faster track way and do what is required. समझ में आ रहा है? Tonnage tax, if you ask me weightage, every exam the weightage is 0. But some of the exams, when it is asked, the problem which I am taking is asked for 4 marks and MCQs also. So rather than leaving very important part of tonnage tax, maybe today not 1.5, 2 hours of lecture, 1 hour of lecture, let us do the gist, remember that. और tonnage tax topic में जो थोड़े rates हैं, easy हैं, level of the problems are asked is easy, but you'll have to rectify those rates. 4 rates are there, and let us begin now. Much I don't want to say. So are you getting? I will surely make sure that the topics which I am taking, I am not teaching you everything 100% and taking too much of time. जो याद भी नहीं रहने वाला, उससे अच्छा important. So many of you have studied inter with me, and again I am saying, trust me, in deductions I always leave ATI series. Once only they have asked ATI series, okay. But for that, so many 50%, 100% and all, we are not remembering. So sure you all are with me for the next 1 hour. Let us do tonnage tax in such a way कि उसको शुरू करके खत्म कर देंगे, और मेरे साथ साथ just whatever I teach, that much you remember enough. Okay, few things are printed in your material, I agree, they are like for what do you say, reading, so just know it and then leave it. Okay, now what is this concept of tonnage tax? Already in non-resident, we have seen that if a foreign shipping company is coming to India and giving services and leaving, then they have to pay on their gross receipts 10% tax. याद है? हवा में है तो सबसे ऊपर है aircraft, तो 5%, and the shipping company 7.5%, and the turnkey project, civil construction and on 10%. So shipping business, whatever is their gross receipt, 7.5%, they will pay the tax. But that is for whom? Non-resident shipping company. Today, what I am teaching is for resident shipping companies. Ma'am, resident shipping companies, they will maintain the trading P&L account and they will show the income. But they have this tonnage tax scheme, which is optional, exactly like your presumptive taxation. Have we studied presumptive taxation 44 AD? If your turnover is up to 2 crore, chota mota, you are a retail trader, 80 lakhs ka turnover hai. 80 lakhs pay, show 8% net profit. If it is digital turnover, 6% net profit on 80 lakhs. You show this as net profit, pay the tax, over and out. You don't have to maintain books of accounts. You don't have to get it audited. This is 44 AD. If I'm doing revision for you, remember it's very important. Then we have seen 44 ADA, presumptive taxation for professionals, doctors, lawyers, chartered accountants. If their gross receipts is up to 50 lakhs, 50%, whatever they earn. Agar 42 lakhs earn kiye to 21 lakhs. Show as your net profit, 50% done. 44 AE, presumptive taxation for transporter having up to 10 vehicles. So like that, this is also presumptive taxation for shipping company. Whatever scheme I am teaching now, This is optional. They are saying companies can go for it. Once they opt in, they should continue for 10 years. If they opt out, next 10 years, they cannot opt in again. मजाक थोड़ी है कि इधर करो उधर करो, decide कर लो. Once you opt in for continue for 10 years, again in the last year you can renew for the next 10 years. No problem. ठीक है? Right. So that is the base, and at whatever rate they say, calculate the income. One second. All right, here we begin. This is equalization levy. याद है आपको? Foreign person coming to India and paying 6%, 2% tax and all. Right. So, tonnage tax scheme. It is a scheme for computation of profits and gains of business of operating qualifying ship under the provisions. And I want all of you to write over here in bold, जो के आगे तो लिखा ही है, पर अभी लिख लो, this is optional scheme. ये स्कीम बिल्कुल भी क्या है? ऑप्शनल है. ओके. क्वालिफाइंग शिप कंपनी इज एन इंडियन कंपनी, रेसिडेंट. वो जो था ना 7.5%, दैट वाज फॉर नॉन रेसिडेंट, whose place of effective management is in India, जिसका पोयम इंडिया में है, and it is owning at least one qualifying ship. ये इंपॉर्टेंट है एमसीक्यू के लिए. Qualifying company is that Indian company who is doing shipping business in India. Maybe some ships they have taken on rent, but one ship is going to be the qualifying ship, and the main object is to carry on the business of operating ships. ठीक है? Poem, place where board of directors of the company or its executive directors make their decision. So then the poem is said to be in India if the board of directors are taking decision in India. In case board routinely approves the commercial and strategic decisions made by the executive directors. हाँ, board of directors 12 हैं. Out of 12 board of directors, chairman, vice chairman and 2 more directors. 4 of them form executive team, executive committee, main core committee. So then where the core committee is taking the decision. So that place, that company will be called as Indian company, and to that tonnage tax is applicable. Qualifying ship means a sea-going ship or a vessel of 15 net tonnage. Net tonnage मतलब ship का capacity. Net tonnage is ship का cargo capacity. कितना है? 15 net tonnage and more, and it is certified by the Director General. That ship will be called as what? Qualifying ship. तो at least एक तो qualifying ship होना है. Rest can be like qualifying ship, or they can be charter ship. Charter ship means I have taken the ship on rent from others. This tonnage tax concept is not applicable to shipping companies who are doing the business. Excludes means NA, not applicable. किसको? Sea going ship or vessel, if the main purpose for which it is to be used is the provision of goods or services of a kind normally provided on land. तो जो लैंड पे सर्विसेज हैं वही पानी में सर्विसेज दे रहे हैं, तो यू कैन राइट एग्जाम्पल हियर इज क्रूज. आजकल बड़े बड़े क्रूज होते हैं, इन दैट रेस्टोरेंट इज देयर and lodging boarding rooms are there, swimming pools are there, water parks are there, musical fountains are there. So everything what is done on land, they are doing it on water. Those kind of crews are not covered by tonnage tax scheme. Fishing vessels, factory ships include a vessel providing processing service in respect of processing of fishing produce. तो फिशिंग के बिजनेस में जो शिप्स होते हैं, नो. प्लेजर क्राफ्ट यूज्ड फॉर स्पोर्ट्स एंड रिक्रिएशन, यू नो टूरिज्म के लिए यूज होते हैं ना प्लेजर बोट्स, स्पीड बोट्स. वो सब. Harbor and river ferries. Harbor and river ferries means like if you go to Goa, from North Goa to South Goa, you can go in ferry, in ship. पूरी कार बाइक के साथ आप अंदर जा सकते हैं, right? So those kind of ships not applicable, tonnage tax. Offshore installations, whenever in the Bay of Bengal, Arabian Sea, जहाँ पे भी crude oil और extract होता है, तो to extract the crude oil deep in the sea, we have put up the machineries and people are working over there, so they stay in ship. That ship is not eligible for the tonnage tax. Qualifying ship which is used as fishing vessel for a period of more than 30 days during the previous year. Ship qualifying है, लेकिन 30 days से ज्यादा fishing के लिए चले गए, तो it is not applicable. Clear to all of you? Right. एक बार check करो. Small questions can be asked and 1 mark, 2 mark, 4 mark, we are putting our effort to get all marks. Okay. Tonnage tax scheme is optional. It is applicable to Indian company whose poem is in India and it is having at least one qualifying ship. What is the definition of qualifying ship? It is having capacity of 15 net tonnage. Okay, right. And it excludes seagoing, fishing, factory ship, pleasure crafts, harbor and river, offshore installations and all. Okay, now business operating ships. Main business of a company should be operating of ships. The company should own at least one qualifying ship, except for one ship. Other ships may be chartered. समझ में आ रहा है? At least one qualifying ship should be there. Other can be charter, but charter ये आगे भी है, पर यहाँ भी लिखा रही हूँ. Charter should be less than 45% of the total capacity. चार्टर शुड बी, चार्टर मतलब आप जो बाहर से ले रहे हो वो 49% ऑफ द टोटल कैपेसिटी ऑफ द कंपनी से कम होना है, बाकी तो खुद का शिप होना है. चार्टर शिप के पास लिख दो 49% ऑफ टोटल कैपेसिटी चार्टर इन, ऐसे लिखो 49% ऑफ द टोटल कैपेसिटी चार्टर इन. What do you mean by chartered ship? Rented ship. Next. Okay, right. Now from here to here, it is all reading. You should know that if you want to go for tonnage tax scheme, one of the ship needs to be qualifying ship. Others can be chartered, but charter is always less than 49% of the total capacity. Chalo. Now operating ship. A company shall be regarded as operating a ship if it operates any ship, whether owned or chartered. It includes even a part of the ship has been chartered in as an arrangement such as slot charter, space charter, joint charter. चलेगा कि अगर आप शिपिंग बिजनेस में चार्टर कर रहे हो तो स्लॉट ले रहे हो, सुबह 10 से 12 हम यूज करेंगे, 12 से 6 कोई और यूज करेगा. सो दैट इज टाइम और स्पेस कि ग्राउंड फ्लोर इज आवर्स, फर्स्ट फ्लोर इज योर्स. You might take it on rent, but at least one your own ship should be there. Okay, right. A company shall not be regarded as operator of a ship which has been chartered out by it on bareboat charter, come demise terms or bareboat chartered terms for a period exceeding 3 years. अगर 3 years के लिए आप अपने शिप बाहर ही देते हो तो then you are not qualified. Bareboat charter means a bareboat charter where the ownership of the ship is intended to be transferred after a specified period to the company to whom, जिसको रेंट पे दे रहे हैं शिप 3-4 साल बाद उसी को दे देते हैं. And bare charter means hiring of the ship on terms which gives the charter possession, including right to appoint the master and crew. Bare charter मतलब you have taken the ship on rent, but masters or crew or जो staff होगा that you can hire. Generally it is not. When you hire, they will send their master and crew, right? Okay, so this is all R for reading. Once again, ma'am exam के लिए क्या याद रखें ये पेज से? Tonnage tax scheme is optional. It is for Indian company whose poem is in India, it should have at least one qualifying ship. Other ships can be rented in, chartered in, and 15 नेट जो उसका टनेज और है वो 15 टन से कम होना चाहिए, राइट? क्वालिफाइंग शिप्स मीन शिप ऑफ 15 नेट टनेज और मोर, सॉरी 15 टनेज से ज्यादा होना चाहिए वन क्वालिफाइंग शिप की कैपेसिटी, एंड इट डज नॉट इंक्लूड internal transport boats and ferries and whatever is used for tourism and all. Okay, right. Chalo. Next, tonnage tax scheme is optional. Underline. Once you exercise, it becomes mandatory applied. Company shall file an application to Joint Commissioner of Income Tax in Form 65 within 3 months of incorporation or 3 months of the date on which it becomes qualifying company. JCIT shall pass an order of approval or refusal within 1 month from the end of the month in which application was received. The order of the JCIT shall be valid for a period of 10 years from the assessment year relevant to previous year in which such option was exercised. Order can be reviewed for a further period of 10 years within 1 year from the end of the previous year in which it ceases. Once opting out of scheme, company cannot opt in for 10 years. All this I already told you. The scheme is optional, but once you opt in, please stay for 10 years. In case if you walk out next 10 years, you cannot come in. Yeah, and if you're in for 10 years, then within 1 year from the end, jahan pe 10 years khatam ho rahe, again you can renew it for next 10 years. Now the most important part. Isko crown pehna. इससे related हम problem करेंगे अभी. Very important. मैम इसको learn करना पड़ेगा. हाँ बिल्कुल. Compute daily tonnage income of each qualifying ship as per its tonnage capacity. Tonnage capacity should be minimum how much? 15 net ton. Okay. Chalo. Now, compute daily tonnage income, रोज के income up to 1000 tons. Up to 1000 tons. Rupees 70 for 100 tons. 70 not per ton. 70 for 100 tons till 1000. 1000 के बाद till 10,000. मतलब can I write here? Next 9,000 tons. It is 53 rupees for each 100 tons exceeding 1000. 1000 तक 70 rupees. 1000 के बाद till 10,000. So next 9,000 it is 53. Then next 10,000 के बाद 25,000 तक, मतलब on the next 15,000 एक 1 यहाँ कम कर दो, 5 की जगह 4, 3 की जगह 2, 42 rupees per 100 tons per day income. This is and exceeding 25,000 on the balance, जो भी balance है आपका, first 1000 tons कितनी income बताओगे? 70. Next 9,000. Ma'am, why 9,000? 1000 to 10,000 to 9,000. 53. 10,000 के beyond 25,000 तक 15,000 पे 42 और 25 के beyond balance पे 29. This is how you have to show the income. 70, 53, 42, 29. 70 तो ठीक है. 53 में एक 4 कर दो, वहां पे भी 3 की जगह 2, तो 53, 42 कनेक्टेड. लास्ट इज 29. 1000, next 9,000, next 15,000 and the balance. Clear to all of you? Okay. Ma'am, if the tons are in round, मतलब 83 ऐसे tons हैं तो you have to round off to nearest 100 tons because income कैसा है? 100 tons में. So you have to round off to the nearest 100 tons. Tonnage shall be determined based on valid certificate under Merchant Shipping Act. Tonnage shall be rounded off to the nearest 100 tons. Okay. Kilogram shall be ignored. और जो 100 tons में तो राउंड ऑफ करना आता है ना. 83 tons है तो 100 ले लो. 11 tons है तो अपर वाला ले लो. 511 है तो 500 ले लो. Okay, I want a message from all of you. Is this all clear or not? Just 2 seconds. Wait, I'm here only 2 minutes. Read the rates, please, on your own. Yes. Shall we solve one problem? This is the income per ship per day. Now, how many days they have operated and number of ships? उसके हिसाब से आपको income calculate करनी. So take a pause. Some more concepts are there. वो हम बाद में देखेंगे. अभी हम सीधा चलते हैं and we are doing problem number 1. ये change कर दो, numbering गलत हो गया है. 1. Numbering is as per actually equalization levy के साथ ये लिया था ना हमने. Okay. Tushar Shipping Company having its registered office in Vizag. It has 2 ocean-going vessel which is owns. Registered tonnage of the vessel is given. Okay. Now this time it is 47,516 tons and 200 kg. तो kg तो ignore कर दो. 516 को हम कितना लेंगे? 47,500. 25,759 tons for the second ship. Okay, kgs को तो ignore कर दो. और 25,759 है तो 25,800. 25,800. राउंडिंग ऑफ करना आ रहा है सबको? यस. 50 के अबव है तो 800 ले लिया, 16 है तो इग्नोर कर लिया. ओके, राइट. सो नाउ इन द अकाउंटिंग ईयर 22-23. Okay, so we are doing it for 22-23. Doesn't make a difference. It's all same. First vessel operated for 360 days. First you calculate per day income, itne tons ka, 360 days, and second vehicle is operating 200 days. Okay. Now accounting of the company reveals that profit from core shipping activity is 90.5 lakh. This is the book profit. And profit from incidental other activities is 15,000. Compute the tax payable taking note of the provisions of law relating to taxation of income. Also indicate specified conditions for which applicability of the procedure. So what are the conditions? That also they have asked you. Okay, right. First, we will calculate the income for both the ships one by one. Go to your notebook very fast. It's very easy. If this comes, no, nothing like that. Tonnage Tax Scheme. Tonnage Tax Scheme. Chapter 8 it is in your material. Chapter 8.2. And we are solving the problem. उसकी कैपेसिटी कैसे पता चलेगी? 15 टन और अबव होना है, और एक तो क्वालिफाइंग शिप होना है. सो दिस इज अ क्वालिफाइंग शिप ओनली. Computation of income under tonnage tax scheme. Chalo, compute the income under the tonnage tax scheme. तो शुरू करते हैं। और इनके कोई भी कोर शिपिंग एक्टिविटीज हैं, बुक प्रॉफिट एंड ऑल, इग्नोर. If they are going for tonnage tax, they will ignore the 90.5 lakhs and all. जो भी उसका बुक प्रॉफिट है उसको क्या करेंगे, इग्नोर करेंगे. This is already a past exam problem only. Ship 1, ship 2. Okay. Total tons. Total tons. How much is the tons? Are you all comfortable writing with me? 47,516.200 kg. This is ton, this is kg. And this is 25,759.400 kg. अब kg तो इग्नोर करना है. Rounded off tons. 47,500. 16 tons we will ignore. 47 hundreds में rounded off tons in 100 ऐसे लिखो भी तो आपको याद रहेगा कि 100 में राउंड ऑफ करना. 25,800. ठीक है, ये हो गया आपका डेटा. अब फर्स्ट 1000 tons, it is ₹70 for 100 tons. Are you all with me? I want your left hand to be on the textbook जहां पे मैंने आपको टेबल दिया है. Till 1000 tons, what is it? 70 rupees for 100 tons. तो 1000 के लिए कितना होगा? 700 rupees. Next 9,000 tons. Next 9,000 tons. 10,000 तक 53 for 100 tons. तो 9,000 के लिए कितना? 100 tons का 53, तो 9,000 के लिए कितना? So 9,000 into 53 by 100. Sure, everyone is getting? 100 tons के लिए 53 है, तो नेक्स्ट 9,000 के लिए कितना? 53 into 9,000 divide by 100. 4770. yes मैम, जैसे स्लैबरेट कैलकुलेट करते हैं वैसा ही है, बिल्कुल वैसा ही. ऑन द नेक्स्ट 15,000, मतलब 10,000 से 25,000 तक. ऑन द नेक्स्ट 15,000 rupees 42 for 100 tons. तो 15,000 tons का कितना? 15,000 into 42 divided by 100. 6,300. Easy. So till how many tons are over? First 1,070. Next 9,053. Next 15,000. 1000 से 10,000, फिर 10,000 से 25,000. So next 15,042. And now it is 29 for the balance. Balance is ₹29 for 100 tons. पर अब बैलेंस यहाँ कितने हैं? 25,000 के ऊपर. I'll write here first. 47,500 minus 25,000 तो हो गए ना. 47,500 minus 25,000 तो 22,500 into 29 by 100. करेक्ट है? 100 tons का 29 तो 22,500. 22,500 कैसे आया? Balance tons above 25,000. I really want a message, then only I will move ahead. Is this all clear or not? प्रॉब्लम समझ में आ रहा है? कर लो, पूरा करने के बाद मैसेज करो. Like I tried to see that more for practice problems. I saw scanner everywhere. If you see a scanner, it is the same problems. So not much. आज तो जो पूछा है वही कर लेते हैं, simple. Okay, अब यहाँ पे देखो कैसे करेंगे. I'm doing it for ship 1. I have done. Now I'm doing it for ship 2. Ship 2 already 25,000 tons तक you have done. ये रहा. And 800 tons are there more. Into 29 by 100. 800 into 29 by 100. So 232. Nice. Chalo, total. Total income per day. Calculate the total income per day. टोटल इनकम पर डे फॉर शिप 1 अकॉर्डिंग टू कैपेसिटी. इतने टन्स का ये 70 रुपीज, फिर 53, फिर 42 एंड फिर 29. Okay, so this is the total income per day. Now how many days, number of days the ship is operating? Number of days the first ship is operating, वो भी दिया होगा आपको कहीं. The first vessel is operating 360 days and second is operating 200 days. So what is the total income for each ship? मैम अगर ऐसे 5 शिप है तो 5 कॉलम बना के करना पड़ेगा. 18,295 into 360. 65, 86, 200 and 12,002 into 200. 24,000, 400. Take your time, ask your doubts. Is it clear? Of course they have asked you to calculate the tax also, और वो भी कंपनी है और वो भी इंडियन कंपनी, तो 30% routine tax surcharge he says. No change in tax rate. Even in presumptive taxation वैसा ही है ना. On your 80 lakhs turnover, show 8% as your net profit. फिर tax तो routine rate से ही लगेगा. So tax rate will be routine only. Chalo, now next part of this 4-mark question is computation of tax. Computation of tax for Tushar Shipping Company, previous year 20 to 20. Let us compute the tax. Total income. Ship 1 साल का इनकम कितना है? Should I scroll up कि हो गया सबका लिखना है यहाँ पे और समझ के लिखा है नहीं? 65 lakhs. Ship 2 का इनकम कितना है? 24 lakh and 4. What is their total income? 65, 86, 200 plus 24,000, 400. 89 lakhs, 86,600. If the total income of the ship crosses income, it's a company. So if it is crosses 1 crore, then we will put the surcharge 7%, 10 crore, then 12%। सरचार्ज के रेट याद है ना, तो अभी तो सीधा सीधा टैक्स चार्ज कर देंगे ऑन दिस 30%. 30% comes to 2695,980. Put it in memory. और इसका 4% ई-सेस. आई होप क्लियर है सबको कि ई-सेस क्यों नहीं लगाया. हेल्थ एंड एजुकेशन सेस 4%. 4%. 107839. Add it in the memory and you get the tax paid. 28,03,819. हो गया. 4 marks, 6 marks, they can ask you this. Any doubt? Check whether you are following or not. What is the first step? Whatever is tons, do the rounding off to nearest 100 tons. And then for the first 1000 tons, 70. Next 9,053. Next 15,042. And balance 29. And this 70, 53, 42 and 29. This is not the income per ton. This is the income for 100 tons. And throughout the year you have got this is income of per ship per day, multiplied number of days you have worked, and this is the total income of the ship, and they have to pay the tax at the rate of 30%. Surcharge would come if the income exceeds 1 crore. Easy. Put me a message, then I will go ahead, that you have to maintain some reserves also. Reserves are not given much detail in your syllabus, but सब जगह है और एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन तो है. स्कैनर में I found the question for reserve, so I want to take it. चलो quickly. So now what until now we want to know. Tonnage tax scheme is optional. It is for Indian company. At least one ship should be a qualifying ship. Qualifying ship, uski capacity 15 net ton cargo capacity से ज़्यादा है. And others you can charter, but charter should be always up to 49%, not more than 49%. And then you can opt in for presumptive taxation and continue for 10 years. If you opt out, again you can't opt in for 10 years. And if you are already opted in the 10th year, again you can get it extended for 10 more years. Now for 100 tons, first till 1070, next 9,053, next 15,042, and the balance 29. Yeah, you have to remember the rate. Amir, I know. थोड़ा ये रटना पड़ेगा. कभी हम बोलते हैं ऐसा, लेकिन yes, you'll have to remember the rate. They will not print and give. But easy है ना. 70, फिर 53, फिर 53 से एक यहाँ कम, 4 यहाँ कम, 42 and 20. 1,000, 9,000, 15,000 balance. They have given the format, but we know qualifying ship, if it is operated for 2 or more companies, joint interest or agreement, then the tonnage income of each company is computed if their share is definite, and if it is not a certain, compute as if each company has been the only operating company. So generally अगर आप share कर रहे हैं किसी के साथ ship, तो proportionately you will compute the income. Okay, right. What else then? Yeah, this one is good. Acha, in that question, 1 minute, one more thing was asked over there. Compute the tax payable taking note of the provisions of the law relating to taxation of income of shipping company. Also indicate the specified conditions for the applicability of the procedure. Also indicate the specified conditions for the applicability. So what are the conditions they have to satisfy? Minimum 20% of whatever is the main core profits of the business, that they have to put it in the reserves. अब ये कहाँ लिखा है? यहाँ पे लिखा है. यहाँ तक हमने पढ़ लिया. Come here. Relevant shipping income means core activities, operating ship, specified ship contract and all. Incidental activities not exceeding 0.25% of the turnover from core. मैम अब ये सब क्या है? देखो, आपका शिप का इनकम तो यू आर टेकिंग प्रिजम्पटिव 70 for 100 tons, then 53, then 42 and then 29. Okay. But इसको छोड़ के if they give you the book profit or the core activities and all, then ignore. Ignore because you are already computing. Incidental activities not exceeding 0.25%. ये जो core activities है ना, इनसे जो incidental activity है, not exceeding 0.25% of the turnover from the core activities. So other income should not be more than 0.25% of the turnover of the main activities. Main activities के turnover से 0.25%, incidental activities हैं not exceeding, then it is exempt. Write down. Beyond that, taxable at normal rates, not this. देखो, if you are going for tonnage tax, no, whatever is your book income and all, अभी जैसे 90.5 lakh था, उसको हमने क्या किए? इग्नोर किए. बट अगर incidental activities है ना, वो टर्नओवर का 0.25% ही होना चाहिए. उसके बियॉन्ड है तो in other normal ways it will become taxable, not in tonnage tax, but in normal way it will become taxable. Clear? Treatment of the common cost. If a tonnage tax company also carries on any business or activity other than tonnage tax, common cost attributable shall be determined on the basis. But वो cost first हम तो presumptive ले रहे हैं, तो ठीक है, books के लिए जो भी cost है उसको apportion कर लेना है. Income derived from slot charter being deemed tonnage is liable to be included while determining tonnage income, even if such operations are carried on ships which are not qualifying. तो जो पार्ट टाइम शिप्स हैं जो क्वालिफाइंग नहीं है, उनसे जो इनकम आ रही है वो तो रूटीन में लेनी पड़ेगी. ठीक है, ये सबको आर लिख दो. यस, दिस आई थिंक आई ऑलरेडी फिनिश्ड और नो. इफेक्ट ऑफ द टनेज टैक्स, बिकॉज यू आर गोइंग फॉर प्रिजम्पटिव टैक्सेशन. 80 lakhs के टर्नओवर में आप 8% नेट प्रॉफिट बता दो, कोई बुक्स मेंटेन नहीं करनी है, 92% में all your expenditure is deemed to be allowed. Same, all the concepts are applicable here. Okay, all deductions under 30 to 43B shall be deemed to be allowed. है ना? 30 to 43 मतलब business head के all the deductions, they are asking you to pay tonnage tax. Okay, as per the rate given and all. So routine में all your, if you are maintaining books of accounts, all your routine deductions are assumed to be allowed. Like in 80 lakhs, if 8% is your net profit as per 44 AD, तो 92% में सब allow हो गए. Depreciation shall be deemed to be allowed. There is no question of unabsorbed depreciation. No benefit of losses will be allowed. No chapter 6A deductions. book profit or loss activities of tonnage tax shall be excluded in the computation of book profit under 115 JB routine. जो आप बुक प्रॉफिट निकाल रहे हो अगर मैट के लिए तो इग्नोर टनेज टैक्स स्कीम. You have 5 to 6 ships. For one qualifying ship, you are going for the tonnage tax. Baki your routine book income. So that will be ignored for match. You will remember 15% you have to pay or the actual tax, whichever is higher. Only tonnage tax is taxable under business head. Relevant shipping income shall not be chargeable to tax. Only tonnage tax. ये देखो. Just now. टनेज टैक्स उसकी जो कोर शिपिंग इनकम है इसको हमने क्या किया इग्नोर. सो द रेलेवेंट शिपिंग कंपनी इनकम will be ignored. In case relevant shipping companies loss it shall be ignored क्योंकि हम तो presumptive में जा रहे हैं. हाँ, अगर brought forward loss है before you start the tonnage tax it shall be deemed as set off against the relevant shipping company. See, from now we are going for tonnage tax scheme presumptive. तो जो पुराना brought forward loss है जो बुक का relevant shipping income है उसमें set off हो जाएगा. presumptive taxation में no losses allowed to be set off. Followed? Tonnage tax scheme, no losses. They cannot set off against other income. कोई loss set off नहीं होगा. Business of operating qualifying ship is considered a separate business and separate books of accounts and audit and all. उसमें कोई set off नहीं होगा. मैम मेरा बुक के हिसाब से जो इनकम है उसमें लॉस सेट ऑफ होगा या these are just points you should know. Now something important also you can say. ये क्या है देखो. At least 20% of the book profit, okay, from the core and incidental activity should be transferred to tonnage taxation reserve TTR. We are calculating the profit as per optional, but जो भी हमारा core book profit है उसका 20% tonnage tax reserve में लेके जाना है, and this reserve should be utilized within a period of 8 years for purchasing new ship or for the purpose of business of company other than declaration of dividend or remittance outside India or creation of any asset. जो भी core book profit है shipping company, of that maximum 20% you have to transfer to reserve, and that reserve is to be used within 8 years to purchase new ship. Easy? Yeah. But suppose you didn't purchase the new ship, or you purchased and you sold it within 3 years, then जो भी आपको benefit मिला है वो taxable हो जाएगा. Wrong utilization of the reserve, then it will become taxable in the year of wrong utilization. Non-utilization, 8 years are over, you are putting in 20% in reserve, but you are not buying the ship. After 8 years, it will become taxable. Sale or transfer of new ship within 3 years from the year of acquisition. Okay? Sale or transfer of new ship within 3 years from the year of acquisition. मतलब शिप खरीदे तो नया शिप खरीदे तो 3 साल तक नहीं बेचना ना, आपने बेच दिए तो whenever you have sold it will become taxable. Ma'am, this is exactly what we do in section 10 AA and all SEZ unit. We avail the exemption, no? फिर plant and machinery बेचना नहीं and all. फिर से whatever is your core book profit related to shipping business, 20% should be transferred in the tonnage tax reserve. Once you transfer in the tonnage tax reserve, within 8 years, you can purchase, what? From within the 8 years, you can purchase another ship. For that only you can use. But if you didn't purchase the ship, non-utilization, or you purchased and you sold it within 3 years, or you didn't utilize the reserve, it will become taxable. Okay. Now amount taxable is computed as under relevant shipping income multiplied by non-utilization, wrong utilization, and total tonnage tax reserve. पूरा डिसअलाउ होगा कितना, जितना आपने मिस यूटिलाइज किया है उतना प्रोपोर्शनेट इनकम टैक्सेबल हो जाएगा. Followed? Not the whole misuse. Like, I'm writing one example here. Shipping income is 300 और आपका से TRR है 100 lakhs. What happened? Okay. Your shipping income is 30 lakhs. TRR पहले का जमा पड़ा है आपका 100 lakhs. In that misuse या wrong use या unuse जिसका टाइम खत्म हो गया है, let us take it as 20 lakhs. तो 20 lakhs will not become taxable. Okay. अभी आपका शिपिंग का इनकम कितना है, कोर शिपिंग इनकम 30 lakhs. So total reserve is 100. Out of that misuse is 20. So your income is 30. In that 30 into 20 divided by 100. 6 lakh. Try to fit in the formula and check whether it is clear or not. Is it easy? Right? Twice they have asked this tonnage tax, and if they are asking, they'll ask this level of simple questions, right? Okay. So what did I say? That whatever is your core book profit, of that 20% you have to transfer to the tonnage taxation reserve, and within 8 years you have to use it for purchasing the new asset. If you don't use it in 8 years, or if you misuse it, or you might purchase the ship from it and that ship is transferred within 3 years, then in the year when all these wrongs are happening, in that year proportionate income will be taxable, not the full amount. Suppose your tonnage tax reserve is 100, misused is 20 lakhs, so 20 lakhs pura taxable nahi hoga. How much will be the amount taxable? Your tonnage tax reserve is 100, 20 lakhs is misused. This year's income is 30 lakhs. In that, how much? So 30 into 20 by 100, 6 lakhs will be taxable because of the misuse. Can you please write this example? ये लिख लो जहां पे आप हैं. And here you have to use the relevant shipping income. जो भी main core आपकी shipping income है ना, वो आप use करोगे. Okay, finish writing this example. Sometimes if there is short creation, you have created less reserve than what you are required to write your, again, your shipping income is 30 lakhs. So how much you had to make the reserve, minimum reserve? 30 lakhs ka 20%. So let us take it as 6 lakhs. but you made a reserve, actual reserve of only 4 lakhs. How much is the shortfall? 2 lakhs. कम से कम 20% of your income you have to put in reserve, 6 lakhs, but you have put only 4 lakhs. So the shortfall which is there, 2 lakhs, will become taxable. Okay, right, the shortfall 2 lakh will become taxable. Now how this is going to be taxable? Proportionate way. Okay, right. So shortfall कितना है आपका? 2 lakh. Minimum reserve कितना है आपका? 6 lakhs. Multiplied by relevant shipping, 30 lakhs. In 30 lakhs, 6 lakhs reserve you had to create, but there was a short creation, shortfall in the reserve, 2 lakh. Not what you have created, shortfall. So proportionate income will be added back. Followed? We gave you a deduction, but then there was a shortfall. तो ये add back हो जाएगा. Now you are very right कि मैम ये सब हम क्यों कर रहे हैं जब हम tonnage tax ही presumptive पे दे रहे हैं, but we have to make sure that book profit का this also. 30 lakhs into 2 by 6 lakhs. That is coming to how much? 10 lakhs. Shortfall in the reserve is 2 lakhs. Minimum reserve requirement is 6 lakhs into the relevant shipping. So this much income, 10 lakhs, will become separately taxable. Tonnage tax तो जो है वो है, but ये tax हो जाएगा. Okay, चलो. Company shall comply with certain training requirements. ये ठीक है, नहीं भी पढ़ेंगे तो ये important है. Not more than 49% of the net tonnage of the qualifying ships. Qualifying ship एक तो होना चाहिए ना आपके पास जिसका net tonnage कितने से ज्यादा है? 15 टन से ज्यादा. So 49% of the net tonnage of qualifying ship operated during previous year should be chartered in. Okay, तो qualifying ship है आपके पास जिससे आप business कर रहे हो तो वो तो खुद का होना चाहिए. And if you are doing charter in for some tons, थोड़े qualifying ship के थोड़े tons खुद के हैं, थोड़े charter in कर रहे हैं, not more than 45% of the tonnage of the qualifying ships should be chartered in. Yes, this point is relevant here also. Come back please all of you. First page. Main business of the company should be operating ships. Company should have own at least one qualifying ship, except whether one others can be chartered in. And what is qualifying ship? Which is used as a fishing vessel for period of more than 30 days during the year. पर खुद के भी होने चाहिए और रेंटेड भी ले सकते हैं हम. ओके, sorry, these all are to not the qualifying ship. Once again, what is qualifying company? Company which is doing shipping business and its poem is in India and they are having one qualifying ship. What is qualifying ship? Qualifying ship is a ship जिसका 15 net tonnage capacity 15 net ton से ज्यादा है, but 15 net ton से ज्यादा कार्गो लोडिंग और हो रहा है उसमें 49% चार्टर इन हो सकता है. यू हैव टेकन इट ऑन रेंट, रेस्ट शुड बी योर्स. इन शॉर्ट एक तो शिप खुद का चाहिए. ओके, separate books of accounts in respect of business of qualifying ship shall be maintained. Chartered accountant report is required. option for tonnage tax scheme ceases to have effect, then maintain your routine books. If the qualifying company ceases to be a qualifying company, तो tonnage tax नहीं लगेगा. It fails to create tonnage tax reserve for 2 consecutive years, or it failed to comply with the requirement, or it operates more than 45% as a chartered in rent पे ले रहे हैं, or it abuses the provisions of the tonnage tax scheme, or it voluntarily declares. So that if you don't want to go for tonnage tax scheme, you are out of it. Once you are out of it, you can't opt in for the next 10 years. Okay, right. अब ये जो है ना amalgamation और merger, इसको भी just read करना है, और इसका one line answer है कि I have opted a company, यहाँ पे example के साथ ये सीधा example पढ़ो. If two tonnage companies X and Y are amalgamated for new company, an option for tonnage tax scheme for X company can opt for how many years? 10 years. तो X के अभी भी 8 years बाकी हैं और Y के 6 years बाकी हैं. तो जो नई कंपनी है Z Limited, they can go for how many years for the tonnage? Highest of the two, 8 years. समझ में आ रहा है? When one of the amalgamated companies qualifying company and has not exercised the option for tonnage tax scheme, then the provisions of this will not apply, and income of the amalgamated company has to be computed in routine. See, when two companies are merging and if both are in the tonnage tax scheme, तो जितने balance years बाकी हैं highest of the two, उतने के लिए they can go. That's the simple logic. In case of amalgamation, tonnage tax scheme would apply to amalgamated company. It should exercise an option within 3 months from the date of the approval. Where one of more companies, the provisions would apply to amalgamated company for such period which has longest unexpired period. Highest balance years के लिए जो बाकी है, they will go for, but they have to apply. Same way demerger. We are splitting the company and 3 years are over for tonnage. Then the resulting company can go for balance 7 years. Where there's a scheme of demerger, splitting of the company, and it transfers its business to resulting company, then the scheme would apply to the resulting company for the unexpired period as if it is qualifying company. The option for tonnage tax scheme in respect of demerged company would remain in force for the unexpired period of tonnage tax. Okay, if it is continues as qualifying company. तो बैलेंस ईयर्स के लिए डीमर्ज्ड कंपनी और रिजल्टिंग कंपनी जो भी है उसको अप्लाई होगा. कैपिटल गेन ऑन ट्रांसफर ऑफ द असेट फॉर्मिंग ब्लॉक ऑफ असेट एंड ऑल इज कंप्यूटेड इन रूटीन. उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा क्योंकि आप बुक में तो डेप्रिसिएशन चार्ज कर ही रहे हैं ना. ओके, राइट. So that's all. Let's do this last problem and then we will close. Okay, I will revise, of course, everything, the gist which is important. Rehan Company Limited, having its registered office in Chennai. Okay, it has 2 ships and the registered tonnage of the 2 vessels is given to you. Okay, now the first vessel in the accounting year has operated for 360 days and second for 199 days. Okay, good. Same kind of problem है, but ये 360 days था और ये 200 days था, and here it is 1 second ना, here it is 360 days ही है और यहाँ पे 199 days है. ठीक है, right. The accounts of the company reveal the following results. The profit from the core shipping is 60.5 lakhs and profit from incidental shipping company is 15,000. तो core shipping company का profit है कुछ, but ignore करना है and compute the tax payable. taking into note the new provisions and law. Also indicate the conditions which they have to follow, कि 20% of their profits from the core shipping income, जो आपका मेन जो रेलेवेंट शिपिंग बिजनेस है उसका 20% ये है ना, they have to transfer. Relevant shipping business का 20% they have to transfer. ओके चलो पहले इनकम कैलकुलेट करते हैं इसके लिए. Let us calculate. Same problem I know, but just for practice, one more problem if we do, we will be very clear. Once again, what are the rates? Up to 1070, then 53, then 42, then 29, or here 1000, then next 9000, next 15,000 and balance. Okay, right. So problem number 2, we are calculating computation of income of Rehan Co Limited. It's a shipping company and it has got 2 ships. Ship 1, ship 2. Can we go little fast because similar problem we have done, and I want to take one more problem for the TRR also. I'll give you the data and I'll take that. Total tons 47,549 tons, 0.800 kg. 27,759.400. Now when we are doing rounding off, जब हम round off कर रहे हैं तो 47,549 है तो we'll take 47,500. 27,759. So 27,759. So 759 will make it as 800. 750 के above है तो 800. You have to do rounding off in 100, ignoring that. Chalo. Now let us start. Okay. For the first 1000 tons, rupees 70 per 100 tons. So 700, 700. Next, 9,000 tons, rupees 53 per 100 tons. सेम ही आंसर आएगा जो यहाँ पे फिगर्स आए ना, वैसे ही आएगा आंसर. You know, take a pause, dear students. If anyone is getting income above 10 lakhs, तो हम 10 lakh तक सेम ही लेते हैं ना. First 250 nil, then 12,500, then 5 lakh to 10 lakh, 20% वैसे. So 9,000 into 53 divided by 1,000. 477. 4770. Up balance. Next 15,000, 25,000 तक 42 per 100 ton. फिर वही बात 15,000 into 42 divided by 100. 6,300. 6,300. देखो exactly same. हाँ अब बैलेंस टन्स अलग अलग करेंगे. For ship 1, 47,500 tons minus 25,000 tons हो गए तो बैलेंस कितने टन्स आए? 47,500 minus 25,000, 22,500 into 29 by 100. 22,500 into 29 by 100. 6,525. 6,525. And for ship 2, calculations are clear to all of you. 27,800. minus 25,000. 2,800 into 29 by 81. 2,800 2. So what is the total income per day? According to ton capacity, what is total income per day? Very good, very good. 18,295 and 12,602. Correct है? Multiplied by number of days. Multiplied by number of days. How many days are there for the first one? 360. For the second one, 199. What is the total income for the year? $18,295 into 360. 65, 86, 200. 12,602 into 99. 25,07, 790. Computation of tax. Let us take the total income of ship 1. 65, 86, 200. Ship 2. 25,07, 790. Tax thereon at the rate of 30%. $27,281,199 into 4%. Health and education says 109128. Why total income is coming different? I have the final tax answer only with me. Are you all doing the calculation? Kusumpriya, you also give the answer. Yes. 28, 37, 327 is the tax liability which you will round off. Rounded off to 28, 37, 330. Done. So this is the income, and according to this, they are asking you to create the reserve. Not this income ka 20%. TRR is 20% of your core, जो आपका shipping के business का main income है, उसका 20%. ठीक है. Okay. I'm just giving one more problem number 3. Note down all the data for all the reserves and all to be created. Okay. Suppose their relevant shipping income. Relevant shipping income is 300 lakhs. Relevant shipping income is 300 lakhs. Tonnage income. You pay the tax on tonnage income. That is 150 lakhs. And your book profit. Book profit from the core activities. इसका 20% आपको reserve create करना है. Core activities is 400 lakhs. Now, what is the minimum requirement? This is the data. Question समझ में आया? Relevant shipping income 300 है. Tonnage income पे you will have to calculate the tax. और आपका जो book profit है from the core activities. Okay. That is 400 lakhs. Now first is what is the minimum reserve requirement? So minimum reserve requirement. आपका minimum reserve requirement कितना होगा? Book profit जो है core activities उसका 20%, 80 lakhs. 80 lakhs. Okay. If TRR, are you all writing with me? If TRR is created, if TRR created is say 60 lakhs. TRR created is 60 lakhs. जबकि कितना create करना था? 80 lakhs. तो shortfall कितना है? In TRR 80 minus 60. Shortfall कितना है TRR में? 80 minus 60. That is how much? 20 lakhs. Shortfall in the TRR is 20 lakhs. So now taxable income under the other provisions you have to calculate. You have the formula. एक बार देखो क्या formula आप apply करो. Relevant shipping income. We'll just copy the formula and then we'll do it logically. Into short reserve. Relevant shipping income divide by short reserve and divide by minimum reserve required. Minimum reserve required. Okay. Just a second. समझ में आ रहा है? ये फॉर्मूला है. You want to check this? 1 second. Just 1 second. Very quickly. ये देखो. अगर कभी पूछ लिए तो why we should take. ये देखो. शॉर्ट क्रिएशन अगर किया ना आपको 80 lakhs 400 lakhs कोर एक्टिविटी का. ये देखो रिजर्व किसका करना था? 20% ऑफ द कोर एक्टिविटीज टू TRR. आपने कम किए ना तो रेलेवेंट शिपिंग इनकम into shortfall divided by minimum requirement. This will be taxable. Okay, in the year. So formula, you all have the book also. So check if you have copied the formula correctly or not. What is your relevant shipping income we have taken here? 300. शॉर्ट कितना है? 20 लाख, जबकि मिनिमम कितना करना था? 80. तो कितना आंसर आ रहा है देखो, 300 into 20 divide by 80, that is 75 lakhs. ओके, 75 lakhs क्या हो जाएगा आपका? टैक्सेबल अमाउंट. वंस अगेन आई वांट टू रिपीट, रिजर्व्स जो है वो कोर बुक प्रॉफिट पे करना है 400 पे, लेकिन जब टैक्सेबल होगा तो रेलेवेंट शिपिंग इनकम इनटू शॉर्ट रिजर्व डिवाइड बाय मिनिमम रिजर्व. थर्ड एस्पेक्ट, शॉर्ट है तो ये है. थर्ड है मिसयूज किए, मिसयूज किए रिजर्व में से. अभी का रिजर्व कितना है? 80 लाख. सपोज इन 20 and 21 TRR, transfer to reserve, was say 92 lakhs. Out of that मिसयूज हुआ है कितना? ये मिसयूज हुआ है 10 लाख. मिसयूज 10 lakhs. तो अब आपकी रेलेवेंट शिपिंग इनकम कितनी है अभी की? 300 lakhs. प्रोपोर्शनेट टैक्सेबल हो जाएगा. 300 into 10 by 92. $32.61 lakhs. अब उल्टा फॉर्मूला फिट करना है तो भी करो. रेलेवेंट शिपिंग इनकम इनटू मिसयूज रिजर्व कितना? 10 लाख डिवाइड बाय टोटल रिजर्व ऑफ दैट ईयर, जिस साल का मिसयूज हुआ है. नॉट, डोंट टेक टोटल रिजर्व 80 lakhs. 80 lakhs तो अभी का है. 2-3 years back we had created a reserve 92 lakhs. Out of that 10 lakhs is misused. So proportionate to that this year's income वही proportion में taxable हो जाएगा. Tell me, is this clear to all of you? What you have to create the reserve? Core profit का 20%. But if the reserves are short, तो proportionate to the short reserve इस साल की इनकम टैक्सेबल हो जाएगी. Proportionate to the misuse reserve इस साल की इनकम टैक्सेबल हो जाएगी, जो भी relevant shipping income है. But reserves are not created on the relevant shipping income, that is 300. Reserves are created on the core book profit, that is 400. book profit के हिसाब से reserves create होते हैं ना 20%. I think this is still the point they can ask you. Once again, let us refer the notes right from the beginning, 5 minutes, and then we will close. Equalization levy भी एक aspect हमने किया था, diagram बना के बताया था आपको. ये देखो, tonnage tax reserve. It says that if it is an Indian company involved in shipping business and the poem of that Indian company is India, it should have one qualifying ship. What is qualifying ship? जिसका कार्गो कैपेसिटी 15 टन से ऊपर होना है और क्वालिफाइंग शिप का लेस देन 49% ही चार्टर इन होना चाहिए कार्गो कैपेसिटी. रेस्ट खुद का ओन शिप होना चाहिए. Qualifying ship does not include cruise, fishing vessel, and installation and recreation and local ferry transport and all. Okay, right. This all ये barefoot नहीं पढ़े तो भी cross कर दो, पढ़ो, पढ़ने की भी जरूरत नहीं है. You should apply for 10 years. If you opt out, you can't opt in for 10 years. That you should know. What is taxability? ये याद हुआ या नहीं? 70, 53, 42, 29. 1000, 9000, 15,000 balance. This is the income per day according to the ship ka ton capacity, which is rounded off in multiples of 100. Only multiple of 100 में round off करना भी exam में पूछ सकते हैं आपको, है ना? Right. Okay. Computation of the relevant shipping income. कोर एक्टिविटीज की इनकम तो इग्नोर करोगे क्योंकि आप टनेज टैक्स पे दे रहे हो, बट अदर इंसिडेंटल एक्टिविटीज आर देयर. 0.25% ऑफ द टर्नओवर फ्रॉम कोर एक्टिविटी से ज्यादा नहीं होनी चाहिए. अदर इनकम, इफ दे आर देयर अदर कोर इनकम्स, कोई प्रॉब्लम ऐसा पूछा नहीं है, टर्नओवर की डिटेल मालूम नहीं है, बट इफ दे से इट विल बिकम टैक्सेबल. ओके, for MAT and all, you don't have to consider the tonnage tax. All the benefits are given. कोई loss set off नहीं होगा, कोई depreciation कुछ अलग से नहीं मिलेगा. Assumed everything is given. 20% of your core book profit you have to transfer to TRR. If not, and you have to use it within 8 years to purchase an asset. If it is not used or misused, or an asset purchased is sold within 3 years, then according to whatever was TRR, how much is the misuse, or whatever was TRR, how much is the shortfall, in that proportion, this year's relevant shipping income will become taxable. Okay. And in amalgamation, highest balance years के लिए बिल्कुल allow होगा, demerger में भी allow होगा. Capital gain routine tax. Okay, so that's all for today. I thought definitely I'll do it very fast, but then we went slow because I went on adding examples on my own. I hope all the three problems are clear. For tonnage tax, 70, 53, 53 से एक कम, 42 and 29. Here it is 1000, 9000, 15,000 and backs. I know you have to learn, rectify this rate, then answer is yes. But अगर 4 to 6 marks मिल रहे हैं, कभी कभी एग्जाम में कुछ blessed भी रहता है, you know. Whenever you feel that paper was very tough or out of the way, there is definitely something easy in the question paper which will help you to get at least 50 marks for sure. So those 50 marks are yours. These are very simple topic. Okay. That's all for today. We will continue tomorrow with one more simpler topic, to the point, best knowledge required I am giving you. Okay. That's all for today. Thank you.